All right, extra practice on writing the equations of lines. Most of these problems are going to be in the y equals mx plus b form. A couple of these with undefined slope, we won't be able to do that. But the first one, figure out where it crosses the y-intercept right there. That's going to be your b. So we have y equals, and then 1, 2, 3, crosses at 3 right there. And then if you want to make a slope triangle, either here to there or there to there, it will help you count the rise, which is -2, down 2, run 1, 2, 3, 4. So my slope is rise -2, run 4. You need to reduce this to -1/2. So -1/2 x plus the 3, which was the y-intercept right there. So you can simply count it on the graph. That should be a pretty straightforward one. Now if you use the other little tiny triangle in there, you won't have to reduce because you go down 1 to the right 2, which is right there. Now keep in mind that when you pick your points, I give you the points for you, so it makes it pretty easy right there. But when you pick your points, go left to right. Start at the one that you see first on the left, and then go that way. Don't go here and go back because it gets confusing with the signs then. Second one, passing through this point with a certain slope. Don't graph this. Okay, I don't want you to graph any of these problems here. You need to use algebra for these. So -2/5 x plus b, because I know the slope is -2/5, and then simply plug in this point for x and y and figure out what b is. So y is 1 in this case, -2/5 times x, which is 5. And I would just cancel those off, just like that. So you get -2. Or if you want to make it -10 divided by 5, you get -2 either way. So then when I add 2 to both sides, I get 3 for b. So then I'm going to plug this 3 right up here, and that's going to be my final answer. I don't have much space here, so I'm just going to rewrite it. Y equals -2/5 x plus 3. Okay, next one. A line containing these 2 points. Now they don't give us the slope, so we need to do this y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1 thing to find the slope first. Then we're back to this kind of a problem. I'm going to need more space, so I'm going to work this part of the problem up above. I'm sick of blue, so let's go red. So let's go 10 minus 2 and -8 minus -4. Be careful, it's always minus. Sometimes you have minus negatives. And I'm going right to left, right to left. You could go left, right, left, right. Make sure your y's are on top and your x's are on the bottom. This is slope. So this is 8 over, and this is keep, change, change. So plus, plus. -8 plus 4 is -4. So the slope right here is -2. So then we're kind of back to where we were in number 2 originally, where we have the slope and the points. So I equals -2x plus b. Pick one of the 2 points. We have 2 to pick from now. Where's my eraser? Clean that up a little bit. So I'll take, I guess these are smaller numbers, so I'll plug in -4 here for x and the 2 for y. I'll just write real small up here. So 2 equals -2 times x, which was -4. This is 8. Subtract 8 from both sides, and I get -6. So this together with this, my final answer, y equals -2x minus 6 or plus -6. Wonderful. And I skipped number 3. Let's go over here to number 3. Erase this mess. Can I just move all this up? I'm going to do it. Don't mind me. I'll just go like that. There. Back to number 3. Slope is 0, passing through a certain point. A slope of 0 to me means using the Hoy stuff. Slope is 0. So what's the equation? Because I'm looking for an equation, not a slope. They gave us a slope. The equation is right here. Y equals a number. What's the number? It's right there. X, Y. It's that easy. There's really no work to show for that problem. And an undefined slope, that means bucks to me. There's the U for undefined. The vertical line. But the equation is the important part. X equals a number. What's the number? -4 in this case, because it's always alphabetized. X comma Y. So those two are pretty quick. Now this table, we need to figure out, I'm just going to write y equals mx plus b to start with. When in doubt, always start there. And see if we can figure out either of these points. Can I figure out the slope? Can I figure out the intercept? Now the y-intercept is right here, okay? So 0, -4 is the y-intercept, because if you think about a graph, 0 to the right, 4 down is right on the y-axis. So this b must be -4 just by looking at that table. So luckily it had a 0, -4 in it. Be careful, if I have a 0 down here, that's an x-intercept. It doesn't mean that that definitely doesn't go right there. Okay? Okay, now that you have your b, we just need to find the slope. Now we could do just like what was that, number 4, where we had the two ordered pairs. You could randomly take any 2 points here, like -1, -1, and 1, -7, let's say. And do this y2 minus y1 thing and do that whole thing with any 2 points. It'll work. Okay. This just happens to be easier because these go up by ones, right? These go up by one. So if you think about it on a graph, I'm just going 1 over and then I'm going to a certain point. 1 over to a certain point. 1 over to a certain point, which by definition is the slope, if you know the difference right here. So just look at simply count the differences. This goes down by 3 right here. Down by 3, down by 3. So my slope must be -3. And my y-intercept is from that point right there. So this one, really no work to show again. You don't have to do all this stuff. If you want, you can. It's just going to take you a long time. I would just count this out, figure out the difference. That's your slope, because these go by ones. Now, if they go by twos or some other number, you have to divide, or you maybe go this route. But I'm pretty sure these are all going to be ones for you. All right, hopefully that helps out.